In Jeremiah 31, verse 27, another excellent example. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. This is happening today, where Kittim and Tarshish, they are let loose. They are cursing the entire earth through Satan the devil. And this seed is also spoken of. This seed of seeding with man and beast is also spoken of by prophet brother Daniel. Also in Daniel, in chapter 4, verse 25, is the results. Is how King Nebuchadnezzar was cursed by the wild beasts. Now in Daniel verse 4, beginning in verse 25, the words of Jesus Christ. Beginning in verse 20, Daniel interprets the dream to King Nebuchadnezzar. The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth. This is a tall tree. The trees of Lebanon, the cedars of Lebanon, the tallest trees. They exalt themselves. They reach high like the Tower of Babel. These are men. And underneath these trees they provide shades for all the beasts. They also provide shade for the birds of the air. Provide shade for the fowls of the air, for the beasts of the field. For all different, for the entire earth. Provide shade and covering and security, false security. Whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branches the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. It is thou, O King, that art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown, and reacheth unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. King Nebuchadnezzar was given the entire earth, and even the beasts of the field, mentions in the Bible. King Nebuchadnezzar was given it all. He was in control of everything. The beasts of the field and all the inhabitants of the earth. The whole Bible is based also on poetic justice. God speaks about his poetic justice in the Bible from the very beginning to the very end. In verse 23, and whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field. In the tender grass of the field, speaking about the inhabitants of the earth. And iron and brass, of course, through the words of Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit of God in the Holy Bible tells us that that is judgment, and that is the yoke. That is iron. That is Satan the devil on earth. And let it be, and that is the judgment for all the inhabitants of the earth. And let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him. So now, the beasts of the field have cursed Nebuchadnezzar in 31 and 35. 31 to 35. Well, the king exalted himself. He was walking on his lattice after 12 months of this prophecy, and he exalted himself. The king spoke and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power, and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was still in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven, saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee has been spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and thou shalt drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou knowest that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whomever he will. This speaks about 7 years, the last 7 years of Daniel's 7-year prophecy, the time of the tribulation and great tribulation. where the beasts come and afflict. The dragon comes in to the one world ruler, and the beast afflicts the man. And the man goes dwelling with, he loses his mind. He has completely he is completely drawn away. He has a chaotic mind. It's the abomination of desolation inside. The difference is that this king will not return as King Nebuchadnezzar did. This king will perish forever. This is the ends of the earth. This is the final abomination that causes desolation. So the beast of the field afflicts men into chaotic thinking, into a depravity of their own minds. Paul wrote, he said, I wish they would all emasculate themselves. These are living words. He said they've all been given over to the depravities of their own minds. This is the end time. Ends of the earth. The absolute fulfilled and completed curses, iniquity and sins inside a human being. Being fulfilled right now. The northwest corner is spiritual. Now, in Isaiah 23. Isaiah 23, 1 to 3. The burden of Tyre. Howl, ye ships of Tarshish. Right there. Tarshish is of Japheth, of the northwest corner of the earth. And Tarshish established Tyre. Tarshish is a person. He is an island. And Tyre is a place. It is a dwelling. It is physical. We have spiritual Satan and we have physical Satan. Tyre is the prophecy mentioned in Ezekiel 28 and speaks directly about Satan the devil and says, you are not a god, but you are a mere man. And you shall die in the sea, the death of the uncircumcised, by the sword. This is physical. And this is who Tyre is. Tyre was established by Satan the devil through the line of Japheth. And it was one of the earliest establishments. Also means military. Kittim and Tarshish, they bend the bow, but the arrow thereof is physical. So they drive men to commit abomination in the physical. And those who do such will perish, for they know better, or they ought to know better. These are enemies of God. These are hostile and they hate God. And they will perish forever. Howl, ye ships of Tarshish, for it is laid waste, so that there is no house, no entering in. Desolation. This is inaccessibility for the Holy Spirit to dwell. There is no life in the house. No entering in. From the land of Kittim, it is revealed to them. This is the light, the pestilence that comes out of the southwest corner of the earth. Be still, ye inhabitants of the islands. Thou, whom the merchants of Sidon, or Shihor, has passed over the sea, or Sidon, has passed over the sea, and by great waters, the seed of Sihor, the harvest of the river is her revenue, and she is a mart of nations. This speaks about Sidon. It also speaks about Shihor. Shihor in 1 Chronicles 13:5 is from Egypt. So we have Sidon that passed over the sea. Sidon is a child of Ham. And Asher and Ham, son of Ham, is found in Genesis 10:10. Sidon is also a son of Ham, which is the physical sort of God, which is found also in Genesis chapter 10, around verse 10.